Hello everyone, and welcome to this my classic comedy DVD collection update here. And this came through the post today. This is from the US. This is W.C.Fields Comedy Essentials Collection, 18 classic films. So yeah, I'm a massive fan of the early days of screen comedy, silent era, the early days of talkies. Obviously my favourites is Laurel and Hardy, Chaplin, the Marx Brothers, Buster Keaton, Harold Lloyd, Harry Langdon, and of course W.C. Fields is up there with some of my favourites. So this is probably the most extensive collection of his movies to date, all remastered. And here's the back cover. So these are the films that you see here: Million Dollar Legs, If I Had a Million, International House, Tilly and Gus, Alice in Wonderland, which I haven't previously owned, so that's new to this collection. Six of a Kind, Mrs. Wiggs of the Cabbage Patch is another one I haven't seen. You're Telling Me, The Old-Fashioned Way, It's a Gift, which is one of my favourites, an absolute classic. Mississippi, Man on the Flying Trapeze, another favourite of mine. Poppy. Poppy was originally a stage play in which W.C. Fields starred in, which basically made him the star that he was on stage and later in screen. It got remade as Sally of the Sawdust during the silent era, and then got remade again in 1936. The Big Broadcast of 1938, You Can't Cheat an Honest Man, My Little Chickadee, The Bank Dick, and Never Give a Sucker an Even Break. These last three are absolute essential W.C. Fields classics. Yeah, so, and we have bonus features here: vintage documentary, Wayne and Schuster take an affectionate look at W.C. Fields. So if you want to pause, you can just basically read what the description says there. So very happy to have this collection. There's so many great films. I say about Poppy, but a lot of his starring films, such as It's a Gift, were originally made as stage plays, and also routines were used in his stage plays. Particularly I remember the golf sequence from You're Telling Me, which was recreated in this film. There was a lot of stuff that he used on stage, and a lot of these films, his classic films, were made during the silent days, but Fields never had the level of popularity during the silent days as other comedians like Chaplin and Keaton and the rest of them. But as soon as the advent of sound came in, he was just like the Marx Brothers. He was just made for talking pictures, and yeah, he really was one of the true geniuses. His rasping voice, his sort of downtrodden husband character, the drunkard, the con man, you know, he is one of the true originals of this sort of anti-hero comedian, the sort of Basil Fawlty, the David Brents that we see in comedy today. So yeah, so here's the case, and they're all packed in here, a little slip with a little synopsis of the films that are in here, and it gives you also the list here. So Million Dollar Legs and the other films you can see on there. Then on this disc you can see what's packed on there. Six of a Kind, which features his famous sketch that he did again on stage featuring a pool table, which is probably the highlight of that whole film. The Old-Fashioned Way, this is where he plays a sort of con man, circus, you know, part of the circus troops, medicine shows and all the rest of it, and he plays a con man basically, and I would say out of those type of films, this was probably my favourite of those. And we got the next disc, there we go, and that's finally the last disc. So it's nicely compact. I don't know, having so many films packed onto these discs, I don't know how much quality is lost, but you know, they were pretty well remastered when I last saw these films on another set, so I'm sure the quality hasn't gone down that much. So very, very pleased to have this. So now this is the collection. This is the UK box set. This is what I originally saw the films on. This is the UK box set, much bigger, much less compact, but really nice design. I won't be getting rid of this, but as you can see in the lists, if you go through, there is no sign of Alice in Wonderland or Mrs. Wiggs of the Cabbage Patch. They don't feature on this box set. And I am a completist, so you know I do like the idea of having all the films that are available on DVD. So now I have this, which is probably the definitive films collection, along with the Criterion DVD of all his short films that he did with Max Sennett, his short talkies, and also including probably his very first cinema appearance in Pool Sharks, which is a silent two-reeler. But also for the better versions of The Dentist and the Fatal Glass of Beer, that features on this 3-disc Blu-ray collection of the Max Sennett collection. Yeah, he does feature on this collection. This is a fantastic collection. If you are a fan of silent cinema from the Max Sennett studios and everything, definitely recommend this set. So all that together makes the complete, as complete as I can get, of the W.C.Fields collection. So I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share and comment, and I will see you folks on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.